My name is Julian. In Spain it's pronounced Julian. Welcome to Hoolyans Spain. This morning we're leaving the Parador de Cazorla with its beautiful mountain views. We stopped to take in this incredible scenery, the never-ending rows of olive trees which Jaen is famous for. Our first castle of the day is in Cazorla itself, the Castille de Mancha, believed to have started by the Moors in the 12th century. So we're heading today to the Parador in Alarcon, which is in the province of Cuenca in the region of Castille de Mancha. We are continuing on our quest to visit all 98 paradors in Spain. Castille de Mancha is famous for its windmills, castles and, of course, Manchego cheese. It's also known as the land of Don Quixote, the book written by Miguel de Cervantes in the early 1600s. His adventures took place in this area and we're going to visit a few landmarks apparently mentioned in the book. Full disclosure, I've never read it. We're driving through this region of Jaen, famous for its olives and olive oil, mile after mile of rows of neat olive trees. 20% of the whole world's extra virgin olive oil is produced in this region from the olives grown here. We have driven through this region before, and you can't fail to be impressed with the scale of the industry. We will be back in this region at some point soon, as there are more paradors to visit here. Our first stop of the day is Puerto Lapice. We want to visit the Plaza Mayor, this incredible part wooden structure dating back from the 13th century. This place was actually mentioned in the book, and I found a one-line quote, "And at daybreak he found himself near Puerto Lapice, where he thought it well to be knighted." We've seen a lot of these statuettes representing Don Quixote. Next stop is Consuegra, with its castle and 12 windmills. They were built between the 15th and 19th century, the oldest dating back to the 1570s and is still operational today. They were used to grind grain, mainly wheat, and you will see these windmills everywhere as you drive through the region. The famous story in the book is where Don Quixote mistakes the windmills for giants and goes to try and fight them. A quote in the book on the windmills was, "Look there, friend Sancho Panza, where 30 or more monstrous giants present themselves." The castle here dates back from the 10th century, but the current castle dates to the 12th, when the Order of St. John was given the land by King Alfonso VIII to defend the border. Last stop of the day was to see the Belmonte Castle, which also featured in one of Don Quixote's adventures. The castle was commissioned by Don Juan Pacheco, the Marquis de Villena, in 1456. It lay abandoned for almost 2 centuries till in the 1800s the heir to the House of Vienna started to restore it. Apparently it is still owned by the descendants of the same family today. Finally we arrive in Alarcon to stay the night in this impressive castle. Again, the original castle was started by the Arabs under the Emirate of Cordoba. In 1184 it was captured by Alonso VIII. It then became an important stronghold for the successive kings of Castile. In the 15th century, Alarcon was given to Juan Pacheco, Marquis of Villena, the same guy who built the castle we saw in Belmonte. It passed through various families and fell into disrepair. In 1963, the government seized it from its current owners. The castle was then revitalised as a Parador Hotel and opened to the public in March 1966. You drive up towards the castle. There's no parking in the hotel, but there's a public car park right next to it. You can't help but be impressed as you walk towards the castle. Through this archway into a small courtyard. and up a narrow staircase to the reception. This time a proper suit of armour. Once we got to the floor of our room, we had to go up the stairs, and you have all this exposed stone, which looks fairly impressive. You've got a curved ceiling here, very nicely decorated. A small nook here, which I guess if you're travelling with a child would be good. Quite a nice bathroom, no shower this time. A separate toilet there. You go up a half staircase and you come across a door to the parapets, where you can open this and walk all the way around. I didn't do it. You then go up a narrow staircase to the tower roof. Great views from up here. You look down on the old town, down the gorge where the river at the bottom. There's a few other towers on the other side of the gorge, I guess, which were extra security. Had a large bar area, which is quite nicely done. And then the restaurant was in what you can only assume was the old sort of grand hall. Like a lot of the Paradors, a fairly formal restaurant. I'm still in Alarcon, just going for a little walk. 3 churches in Alarcon, which surprised me, and I didn't really understand why. It was all Roman Catholic, but as I understand it now after doing a bit of research, it was very much a status of who went to which church. So the nobility would have gone to one, perhaps what would be the middle classes would have gone to another, and maybe the people, the agricultural workers, would go to another one. We had a walk down to look at the old wall. So I assume would be one of the old gates. And then look back across from the outside. Lots of great walking tracks around here. We didn't have time to do any. They look good down into the gorge. Just had our second night on the adventure. Stayed at the Parador in Alarcon. In a castle. Incredible place, really. The history, how it's been renovated. It's very small, it's only 14 rooms. We are in the top room of the tower. So we have our own roof terrace, which is the tower roof, which is pretty impressive if you're into castles. Hasn't suited us perfectly. It's a bit sort of, not claustrophobic, that's going a bit too far, but the rooms are quite small and feel a little bit oppressive because of the medieval nature of them. If you're into castles, Dungeons and Dragons, Harry Potter, all that sort of stuff, you may love it. But I can't fault the place. The whole place is incredible. The little town, all the fortifications, the partial walled old walls of the town. Yeah, it's amazing, amazing place. Thanks for watching, and if you like the video, please subscribe, like it, share it, all the other things people say to do. Thanks again.